Hello again, dear viewer, and welcome back to a little bit more of that Risk of Rain 2. I don't know what to tell you. Still going on fire? We're still on fire. We're still trying to get that Artificer skin. And until the unfortunate situation is over, we will continue to do so. One of my personal favorite things about Artificer is spawning into an Iron Golem and getting immediately lasered in the face. That is very productive for the health of the run, actually. It's very important that you take half of your damn HP in damage before you even start the run. Otherwise, it's just not the same. You know? And I also love how fuck all spawned. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay, there. Now I have enough for this offensive chest. Oh, please. Ah, if only. Focus crystal, perfect. Tempting to scrap it right here. I see the scrapper, but I think anything's better than nothing, especially when it comes to a damage item. But, we'll see printers around, and that may assist in, our endeavors to get rid of the worse items. I will take a cautious slug. That healing is going to be very important for us here on the first floor, so... Even though it's not the best healing item in the world, it is certainly worth it. Alright, that one will die eventually. There it goes. Okay, leg, I believe, is the play here. And we're getting pretty close to the end of our time here. I might actually leave a little early. Ugh, with that ice wall dramatically. Alright, sure, let's go for it. This is probably a bad idea, but we're 2 minutes into the run. Yeah. Okay, big jellyfish. Where are we line of sighting? Behind that rock. It'll be around when it hits 1,000 HP, my best guess, which would be right about now. One of the great things about Flamethrower is that it also pierces enemies, so you can do stuff like that where you group all of them up in one big area. Okay, there we go. Oh, I was scared I was leaving a little early. Get out of here. 68, 54, 39, 24, 13, 6. 6? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Oh, sauce. So good. Alright, we're looking pretty good defensively right now. And, we've got plenty of enemies to farm infusion stacks on. That's not enough. Oh, that crit will definitely be enough, though. It's the second natural crit I've seen on the first floor. Alright, and I see this utility chest here. And then what's in this printer? Repulsion armor plate. Interesting. It's a very strong item early on. It's worth considering. I do have a scrapper on this floor, too. And we are getting out a little early. I think I'm okay with my current set. Like, we could get rid of the war banner, but it's a risk. You know, we could get rid of our cautious slug, which is pretty important for us right now. And going all the way up to the scrapper and scrapping the war banner just to put it in that reinforced plate printer is a lot of time for not a lot of benefit. So I think it's best if we just head on to the next floor here. And I find that rushing through the floors as Artificer is not as bad of a strategy as it might seem, just because Artificer's early game damage is pretty damn respectable. Okay, ooh, medkit, very nice. Medkit after the 1.0 patch is, in my opinion, probably the best white tier healing item. Like, Monster Tooth is pretty good, too. Monster Tooth gets you a lot of health really quickly. But I would say, on average, the medkit helps more characters out more often. Oh, the 1% crit on the flamethrower. Let's go. So it's like, what? 37? Oh, 47. Okay, secondary magazine, very strong for us. Artificer really loves that nano bomb. Okay. Let's keep going. We want to get out of here by the 7-minute mark still. But if we're staying on our pace relative to the first floor, we should be getting out of here around 6 minutes, which I would be okay with. I think that's another repulsion armor plate printer. Which is pretty good if you ask me. Now we have even less reason to discard our white items, though. I see a Gore's Tome. Gore's Tome is the current winner. Oh, Gore's Tome is the winner. Oh, speaking of winners, there's Bungus. Alright, let's just go. Dig the Rock Jackson. Take these two fully charged nano bombs directly to the face before you can do anything about it. Alrighty. Ooh-wee. ATG missile. Yo! Okay, ATG is really strong. We'll probably get a couple of those at the very least out of all of our flamethrowers. There's one, there's two. Yeah. Because it's a 10% proc chance, which isn't dramatic. It's not huge. But the flamethrower ticks so much. Am I dead? I'm dead! That's so irritating! Oh, lizards, dude. Just the constant little niggling of the fire, you know, the fire damage combined with Artificer's relatively low mobility means that your hitbox is like floating around in midair quite a lot, and you have to rely on your movement speed in order to avoid things effectively. And it looks like I just got overwhelmed a little bit. That's a damn shame. That was a really good run, really solid run. Just goes to show you. I mean, you know what? The play was probably to get the repulsion plates. Repulsion armor plate works better on the dots. God, what am I saying? The damage over time skills, the DOTs, the dots. Fire and bleed damage, you know. Are those the only types of dot? Because, yeah, those, I guess there might be like one from like a boss that I'm forgetting, but I think those are all of the forms of damage over time. Oh my god, a second Monster Tooth? Okay. Like I was saying before, Monster Tooth is really good at getting you far up there. I see a medkit printer. The combo of Monster Tooth medkit is pretty intriguing to me. That was a very solid nano bomb there. It did exactly what I was wanting it to. It killed at least one of the wisps, and it got the entire group of beetles. Oh, direct hit just destroys the elite beetle. Very nice, very strong. And, ooh, okay, we're looking solid. We're looking really solid right now. Tri-tip dagger and 2 monster teeth on the first floor is a very strong set of items. So I think we can open this last chest here and get a movement item, which is perfect. And I think we can just leave. Staying ahead of pace a little bit again. Above. Nope, not above. your stuff rolling, baby. Now let's get some of those monster teeth. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Leeching Seed is not a terrible item. Can I activate this if it's in the radius, even though, yeah, whatever. That nanobomb went a little long, but... Oh, jeez. Hey. Is that a chest? No, it's a 3D printer. What's in it? Oh, War Banner. Disgusting. War Banner is not very valuable, especially for us. Artificer doesn't love attack speed. In the same way a lot of characters do. And the movement speed would be somewhat useful, but not dramatically so. Not enough to 3D print it. Not enough to risk losing our tri-tip dagger by a long shot. I do see that healing chest over there, and I think we're gonna go for it. The chance at another monster tooth is intriguing. The chance at a harvester scythe even more so, but it is a small chest. Yo. Oh, Lepton Daisy. Disappointing. Alrighty. Personal shield, and this 3D printer is not good either. Okay. Abandoned Aqueduct, here we go. Nothing too interesting around spawn, but there is an elite enemy, which means fatty money. Oh, multiple even. Okay. Now, where are we going? I think the teleporter... Yep, I see it in the distance over there. It's just in the center of the clearing. Come on. Let's hit this wisp. There, that'll be enough. And that'll be enough for the beetle? Okay. I would like some items. There's an offensive chest, which is good. How much do these cost? 64. I see a Newt Shrine. I do have 7 coins, which puts me in the zone where I'm interested in going. But I don't know if I really want to go there. Okay, well, this gas will be good enough for now. It'll give us a little bit of AoE damage, and I think I just want to go. Oh, I hate this boss. This might not have been a good idea. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? Am I dead? Very close, but Monster Tooth is strong, and so is my crowd control, and I'm dead. I hate that boss. Okay, yeah, we were pretty low on items going in there. One more. Could never get too sad about Monsoon runs. Monsoon is meant to kick your ass. It is literally, like, it says on Rainstorm that Rainstorm is the intended difficulty. So if you get killed on Monsoon, that's just how it is, you know? The game is intentionally being harder than it's supposed to be. So, you know, there's a lot of, well, it's literal artificial difficulty. But the way that this game handles difficulty is so different from other games that it's not as important that the difficulty is artificial. Because if we're being honest, like, all of the challenge in this game is artificial. Because it's like RNG and numbers and all that. Like, it's a system of a game rather than a crafted experience. Which isn't to say that it's not deliberately designed and that it's not intelligently designed. But that is to say that a lot of the actual building challenge of the game, as well as the challenge overall, comes from the way the game is fit together systemically, and the way that throughout the entire game, all that's really changing is a lot of back-end numbers about like how much currency the AI director has to spawn enemies with, what kinds of enemies can spawn, and that sort of thing. Like after the first loop, you get Malachite and Celestine enemies, which multiply their costs by a large amount, but makes them a lot stronger, you know? And that sort of thing is what causes the challenge, you know? And that's not something the developers can control as finely as the balance in a more traditionally structured game, if that makes sense. Oh my god, I earned like $20 off that overloading wisp. Okay, Razor Wire, we have been taking a lot of dumb damage lately, so Razor Wire will hopefully help us not eat shit when we do that. Is that a tri-tip dagger printer? No, I wish. I think it's a cautious slug, which I would take if I didn't pick up this healing drone for way more money than it's worth. I see a scrapper, wherein I can turn my squid turret into scrap, because it is not worth using. Let's pop this Shrine of Combat. Get us some stone golems. Get him out of here. Get them all out of here. I don't want to see him around no more. Now that I've earned all that money, I'm gonna activate the teleporter and waste it all. Oh, it's Wandering Vagrant. At least we got a good spawn for Wandering Vagrant. We got plenty of spaces we can hide behind here. I hope this counts. I hope this counts. It didn't count. Oh yeah, we got plenty of space to line of sight, everyone. Run it back. Run it back. One more. Let's go. This is the mentality you gotta do, you know? You're gonna get your dick kicked. And it's just part of the situation. Just like how the entire American West Coast is currently on fire. And, you know, you just gotta take it. That's definitely the metaphor here. I didn't just want to play a lot of Artificer, honestly. I thought of this many, many days before I started this whole setting things on fire while the world is on fire gimmick. But now I'm too dedicated to it to stop. So, you know, I'm not complaining. I freaking love Artificer. Artificer's my favorite character in the game. So, I'm excited to bring some Artificer content to you guys. I consider myself pretty good at them. I don't see a lot of people really putting the time into Artificer and really trying to maximize them, but that is a pretty limited viewpoint that I have. I don't watch a ton of, like, streams and stuff. You know, I mainly consume YouTube content, which this game is not great for. You either upload, like, highlights like Red Riot does, or you just kind of upload full runs, like me. Or you make discussion topics like Wooly. You know, there's not a lot of ways you can attack this game in a way that makes for a very entertaining YouTube content. What I have right here is sort of lower energy, you know, and YouTube generally isn't a fan of lower energy content, algorithmically, as far as I'm aware, which is a bit of a shame. You know, I feel like people could use a little more calm right now, a little more relaxing content, which isn't to say there is no relaxing content on YouTube. There's like the satisfying compilations and things, but I don't know, I'm always really cynical about those. Like, those kinds of videos, I'm never sure if they're made by a human, you know? Like, there's a lot of people on YouTube who are just robots who are, like, posting the same things every day, but in a random order, you know? And I don't know, a lot of those, like, oddly satisfying channels and, like, you know, stuff like that, especially, like, life hacks, you know, and things like that. Those sorts of channels will get really, really weird because they're really just a robot that's uploading all the same stuff all the time. None of these whites are good enough to keep. I will keep the syringe if they let me, but I will not be sad about losing it. I am not sad about losing that syringe. And now I am even less sad about losing Tim, even though Tim is a very good boy. And he gives me lots of shields. It's not enough shields right now to justify using over the med kit, especially now that we have an infusion. Now that we have an infusion, we will be gaining extra HP. So the medkit's percentage HP will heal us for slightly more. So it's 20 plus 15% of our HP right now. Ooh, Nutrifuel. Gives us an extra charge of our equipment. Beetle Mom, get this dude out of here. Okay. Beetle Queen doesn't scare me. Come here. Yeah, maximum range. Use that jousting skill. Okay. That's 4. Fully charging those gives me 2. Using that gets me the flamethrower again, which gets me all 4 of my charges, which lets me kill it. Okay. Let's get this stone golem out of my face. Thank you. Ooh. Beetle Guard. Beetle Guard very strong for me. Beetle Guard will give me an extra target for the enemies to get mad at. And that is pretty valuable for Artificer, because Artificer does not like getting hit too drastically. I'm saying drastically a lot, because it's very hectic. But Artificer does not enjoy getting hit. Not very good at it. God, I remember in Risk of Rain 1. In Risk of Rain 1, the first game, Infusion has no stack limit. In this game, it stacks up to 100, but in the first game, there was no stack cap, at least as far as I'm aware. So if you got an Infusion on the very first floor of a Risk of Rain 1 run, you could effectively become invincible if you didn't beef it early on. And that was really fun. I remember when I was younger, doing commando runs where I would get an infusion on the first floor and stack my health up to like several thousand, and then get a bunch of bustling fungus and just face tank the final boss. It was really cool. I think that was an RNG Neutrine spawn? No, I think I hit it. Yeah, I did hit it. I hope it actually teleports me there, because I activated the teleporter first. Okay, epic. We have 3 medkits and an infusion, so I think we are in a situation where we can go to the Void. We are already 1 fuel cell deep, so the Gamer Juice is a tempting option. No, I think I'm gonna save my coins. I'm just gonna go to the Void. We are only on stage 2, so the enemy pool is not gonna be as scary. I've been doing a lot on stage 4 lately, when like parents can spawn, parents and Solus probes and things like that. And honestly, it's not that bad. I was expecting it to be a lot more dangerous, but ooh, it's not nice either. Parents are pretty nasty if you aren't prepared. And of course, if you're later on enough that you can get like Elder Lemurians and things like that, the Void becomes real scary, because Elder Lemurians can cover basically your whole area if you aren't careful about the way you're positioning. Please. Yes, okay. I did activate the portal. Sometimes I forget to, or I miss it, and it's very embarrassing. Oh, it's bastards. Okay. Getting bastards right off the bat. Come here. I'm not exactly, or I am well-versed in fighting imps as Artificer in the Void. You just kind of plant your ice wall here, and then you've got 5 seconds of downtime after it goes down, where you kind of like jump around, and then you're safe again. Hello? Thank you. It seems odd that the imps aren't catching up to us. They're not the slowest enemy in the world. They can teleport and stuff. And their movement speed is not bad. I don't think it's the best when they're just walking. But imps are no slouches when it comes to that sort of thing. So I'm surprised we aren't seeing as many. I guess Beetle Guard might be helping with that, but I'm not sure. Alright, armor-piercing rounds. Very nice item for us. Bursting down bosses is one of Artificer's strong suits, so being able to do that a little easier is always nice. Personal shield generator is basically a nothing item. Gives the enemies, what, 40% extra HP as shields with 5 of them. Which is, you know, not nothing, but it's not too big of a deal when the enemy base health pools are as low as when you get imps. It could be an issue should we be seeing larger enemy types in the future, but shields are not a very strong item when it comes to the tactics the AI likes to use. Shields only start regenerating after 7.5 seconds out of combat, I believe, which is a pretty significant period. 7.5 seconds is a long-ass time in this game. However, when shields do regenerate, they always regenerate fully within 2 seconds. They have a flat 50% regeneration rate. So the item Transcendence, which comes from the Lunar Shop, replaces all of your HP except for one with shields. And that means that all of the traditional style healing items like the fungus and the medkits and all of those things, the monster tooth and all of that, will not help you at all. But you have that innate health regen that shields give you. You have the 7.5 seconds out of combat, 2 seconds to regenerate paradigm. And for certain characters that can really take advantage of that, like the really mobile characters like Huntress and Mercenary, you can get a lot of mileage out of Transcendence, and you can easily scrap all of your healing items. Oh cool, bastards and assholes. Get out of here. Not allowed anymore. You're not allowed. What did I say? Sorry, better luck next time, buddy. Man, even with 40% extra HP in the form of shields, the Wisps still can't survive a single spark from a nano bomb at full charge. I don't know exactly how much damage the little sparks do, but it's probably a lot. Considering it's 106 and our 120 or 220. Whew. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so Artificer's nano bomb particles are kinda nasty. They're doing like 400+%. They're proccing Kajaro's band? Are you serial, bro? Are you a box of cereal? You better be legit with me, because it's hard for me to tell. Cereal can be pretty stealthy sometimes. You'd be surprised. You ever see those cereals that are in the shapes of little cartoon mascots? Betrayers. False prophets. Non-believers. Heretics. And all that. You know, my cereal should just look like cereal. You know? Loops. Flakes. Pops. Combs of honey, perhaps? If you want to get wild. You know. But I draw the line at imitations of beloved cartoon characters. Why should my cereal be shaped like SpongeBob? That's all I'm saying. It's an encroachment on my freedom. I, if I choose, should have the option to get my SpongeBob cereal without any SpongeBob on it. And it would just be like a worse version of Lucky Charms, but I don't care, because I stuck it to the man. And that is what's most important in life. Not giving love, not being successful in your endeavors, not living the dream, you know, living your life. It is getting my SpongeBob cereal without SpongeBob on it. And I suppose if the conservatives are to be believed, not wearing a face mask in public in the middle of a pandemic. That is a very important personal freedom. You know, I'm pretty sure George Washington wrote that. And that's crazy, because that guy was really ahead of his time. I don't think they even had face masks when George Washington was alive. So, you know, it's pretty impressive that he was such a forward thinker. But, you know, that's what you get from one of the most influential figures in American history. I have no clue what I'm going on about. I'm just having a good time. I'm enjoying the void. Really not a huge problem so far. But, you know, these things can change on a dime. Oh man, I had a really solid run off camera on my main file. I was going for the Artificer skin, and I had a really good void, really breezy. And then at the very end, all of the enemies got unstable Tesla coil, and the whole thing just fell apart immediately. It's great. I hate it. You know, sometimes you go to the void, and the enemies get the red, and you're dead. You're just done. you know? There aren't a ton of reds that do that, but the red that does it is Unstable Testicle. If every single enemy in the Void is shooting lasers at you, the only option you have is to make no enemies be there, which is possible. I've seen people do it, but boy, is it hard. Especially with Artificer's very resource-reliant game, you know, very much concerned about your placing your shots well. You don't really have the ability to clear out enemies over time like that. You have a lot of burst clear in the form of your flamethrower, your ice wall, your nano bomb, you know, but you do not have a lot of clear over time. You don't really have the ability to clear out enemies that are about to hit you unless you have those resources already stocked, or you have something like Bandolier, which lets you reset your cooldowns and get those resources back a lot easier. Speaking of cooldown resources, the ideal, perfect, amazing red we could be getting from the Void, the best red to see, Alien Brain. Alien Head is the vanilla name. Alien Head would be amazing for us, because more so than any other character in the game, Artificer really, really, really cares about her cooldowns. And so cutting her cooldowns like that is incredible for her game plan. And as well, oh, what is it? Hardlight Afterburner. Hardlight Afterburner is not a bad item on Artificer. It's not the best item, but the Ice Wall is very strong. It's just kind of specific. The Ice Wall is really good at controlling crowds, really, really good at dealing with big targets, but it has limited stuns per use, you know? Getting extra ones of those so that you can control more of the crowd, block off more of your choke points, deal with more big enemies. Very, very good for your game. Very good to keep yourself alive. Keep the enemies dead. Crowbar will really help us, actually. The crowbar alone basically invalidates all of the extra health they got from the shields. Oh hey, Gore's Tome. Gore's Tome is nice. We are only on stage 2, so getting a lucky Gore's Tome or 2 is going to help us dramatically with our clear times. And if we can get like 2 or 3 extra items as a result of this Gore's Tome, then we will definitely be in a good position to just scrap it and turn it into something better eventually. But you know, it can be understated how useful Gore's Tome is in the earlier parts of a run, but I know I personally slept on it for a while because it's not an item that adds damage to your run. But if you really think about it, it kind of is. Because if Gore's Tome leads to extra items, and those extra items happen to be damaged, then Gore's Tome's led to extra damage. And that's nice. Alright, we've got the Weenie Quadfecta. We've got wisps, imps, beetles, and lizards. Alright, so, I mean, there's not a phenomenally large set of items that can make these enemies very threatening. It's the thing. I can't think of anything. We don't have either Kajaro's or Runald's band, which are really scary on enemies now. And even if we did, I don't think anything here has the power to proc it. Like, I think the Wisps are the best candidates, and they definitely, like, I have heavy doubts that they would be able to proc a Kajaro's band. For those of you who are not familiar, a Kajaro's band only procs when, well, it only activates, I should specify, when a large hit hits an enemy. So when, and they're very, very, very strong, incredibly strong effects, like 500% flat damage to an enemy, and a slow. And then like a fire tornado that does a hell of a lot of damage on its own too. You know, both of those effects are really strong, they always proc together, and you can guarantee their proc, but they have a little bit of a cooldown. It's a very, very strong set of items that I don't have right now. But when the enemies get it, they get 3 of them. And, you know that 500% damage? That stacks additively That does not have diminishing returns. So if a brass contraption hits you when it has Runald's band, you are dead. It does 1,500% extra damage. You are dead. There is no way about it. It is so scary. So scary to see the bands on the enemies. Oh man. And God forbid they get both. There are lots of enemies that can proc it. It makes the Void a lot scarier, but I love it. I really love the way they changed the bands. Oh, Berserker's Pauldron. Berserker's Pauldron is a very fun, mediocre item. Ooh, Core Stone, please. Give me free money. Thank you. That turns into free XP, which gives me a slight advantage. And, with Monsoon, that's good enough. Ouchie. Ooh, another infusion. Increases the stack cap. Okay. Predatory Instincts, by the way, on the last cell. Like I said, there's not a lot of items that can actually make this group threatening, but, let me tell you, Predatory Instincts was definitely not it. Oh shit, it's Boom Boys. Okay. Boom Boys is a bit concerning, but luckily we do have the Beetle Guard to soak up a bunch of aggro and get insta-gibbed by all of the explosions and stuff, but it doesn't really matter because the respawn time on the Beetle Guard is usually shorter than its lifespan, and that means it'll just kind of get up, you know? Oh, imps are concerning though, because they, all of their attacks will be exploding. That's what Boom Boys does. And, yeah, it's a bit nasty. If an imp combos me, I'm a little scared for the ramifications, but if we're smart, we won't have to know. Oh, the lucky crit. We have no crit items, too. That was a 1% crit on the Nano Bomb. Alright, what do we got? Rejuvenation Rack? Okay. Okay. I can fuck with this. Rejuvenation Rack is a really strong item. And we have healing. I bet you, with this Rejuvenation Rack, that we will get almost all, like 70+% of our health back when we use the medkit. I love the song here. So atmospheric. So nice. Alright, wetland aspect. Right, we're on stage 2. The Void adds so much extra literal time that you kind of forget where you are in the run. If we see a scrapper, I think that's a Leeching Seed printer? No, Predatory Instincts. Interesting. I think I want one. I didn't give up an infusion. Okay, Fuel Cell, whatever. Fuel Cell was sort of a null factor at this point in the run. I do want it. I do like it. Ooh. Ooh. Crit glasses. Okay, we need a scrapper. I don't want to get rid of our medkits, but we do want those crit glasses. Desperately. So that is our current goal, is to find a scrapper somewhere. Gotta find it within the next minute, which will be a bit of a challenge. I like how none of the items we just got from the Void, like none of the white items, none of the items really, except maybe Gore's Tome, are really worth keeping. Like, we didn't get an extra med kit, unless I'm misremembering. Oh my god. No scrappers anywhere on the floor, of course. least make our pool a little more crappy. And shove some more stun grenades in there, you know? How much do these cost? 53? You know, the key is the worst item here. So I will get my stock options. Big slow dummy. Doesn't even know when he's getting torched in the buttocks. Okay, I wouldn't mind keeping this med kit. Okay, we're behind pace, officially, so we need to get going. Oh, come on. There we go. I think this is one of the most memorable lines in the game. This one here. It's just good. It's good. I like it. I want to sing into the mic a little less insecure about it. Okay, we've already gotten rid of one med kit. That one's free. Oh, there goes the fungus. Perfect. Energy drink. That's fine. I'm fine with losing that. Key, epic. Perfect. I think I'm good. I think I don't want to push my luck anymore. 50% crit is good enough for now, and we need to go. We need to go. We are a minute and a half behind pace. So. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. There's the damage. There's the damage, baby. Oh, yeah. That's what we're looking for. That kind of kill time, that is epic. Oh my god, I was gonna lose my shit if that was a scrapper dude. Oh yeah, love these crits. Love this gunner turret too. Very useful for keeping the jellyfish at bay at the very least. Okay, I do see a chest down there that I want. Ooh, Gore's Tome. Thank you for the free money. I see a beetle. There is no more beetle. Yeah, you know you're strong when the spark from the nanobomb will one-shot things that aren't wisps. You know you're really strong when it one-shots big enemies, but I don't know how strong you gotta be for that. That's a little bit of a spice machine, if you ask me. I think the rate at which the sparks spark off of your nanobomb is also affected by your attack speed. And if so, that is a much more compelling reason to build attack speed. Perhaps we will experiment with it as this run goes further. Ugh, fungus. Kind of disgusting. But we need to keep some of our healing to get the Rejuve-Rack value. So I don't think I want to push my luck anymore with the glasses, especially because we are way behind. Ooh, nice. Got some extra money on the next floor from that wisp. $9 whole, baby. That's optimization. Sure, I'll toss one. What's up? Not good enough. I guess I can take it just to have it. I've literally actually never used this item. Oh, yeah. It's not fun. That's not good. That is not good. That is very not fun. At least it doesn't place at your feet anymore, right, guys? Oh, come on. Oh, 112. Come here. Let me walk intimidating towards you with flamethrower, and I'll hit you with one tick of it. There. What do we got? Ooh, ATG. Very nice. Okay, yeah, this run's looking up. This run's looking good. Looking nice. Let's just make sure we keep it that way. Is that another crit printer? Are you serious? Okay. If this stage also doesn't have a scrapper, I'm going to personally go to Hoku Games and choke someone. That might be a little bit drastic, but, you know, if gamers are anything to go by, there is no such thing as too drastic. Okay, I want to control that area. You fool. You fool. You think you are hindering me? You are, in fact, assisting me in my efforts to gain fat cash. Alright, let's go get rich, fam. Let's go get just a load of items. Just so many items. As many fungus as we can, I guess. Thank you, Imp, for being the stupid enough to hit me one time. That was all I needed for my razor wire to do the rest of the work. I will take a recycler over that, and I will recycle that into the gamer juice. We do not have... We do not have the support for the gamer juice. I'm gonna be straight with you. I love it. I love the gamer juice. It's one of my favorite items. But it can be really over-centralizing, because the second you get one stack of hangover, you're dedicated. You're on it, because your one-shot protection is now gone. So you better dedicate to the gamer juice, or you're not gonna have a good time. Because you just took shaped glass downsides without any of the upsides. Okay, time to go crazy. Let's get rid of all of our white items that are not good. Okay, I think that's all of them. I do want this one repulsion plate just for dot purposes. And it just so happens that that is the perfect amount of scrap we needed. And I think it's safe to just go after this. Although we do have so much money, it would kind of be a waste. Alright, we now have a 95% crit rate. So our Berserker Pauldron will probably help us a little more. Let's get the Monster Tooth for some active healing for this regen rack. It is neat that Effigy of Grief doesn't go away. That's kind of helpful. Ooh, anti-armor rounds. Another very useful pickup for us. Damn, gunner turret got done dirty. Oh, I should have re-rolled that. Whatever. Fungus isn't too bad when we have regen rack. You saw me trying to use it earlier. Oh, Tim! I'm okay with Tim, because we have so much healing that getting a little barrier on top will help us keep that. Okay, I think I've explored all of the parts of the map that I actually care about. So it is time to move. Remember, kids, keep jumping. Imagine if all those hit me. Then I'd be a real unhappy camper. But because of the power of the spacebar, I am free. Alright, when we get Big Slappy, come here. Yep. Am I dead? No. I'm very tanky. Ooh, Death Mark. Very, very good. Thank you, Recycler, for not giving me another left on Daisy. Hey, get me out of here. Oh, jeez. What? Huh? I saw myself hit that. I hit at least one of those fireballs on that buffalo, I swear. Oh, sorry, buddy. You get the crit flamethrower for your insolence. With an AT ATG missile. That thing is nasty. Nasty. Does 300% of the damage of the hit that procced it. And, I still don't know how much damage each individual tick of the flamethrower does, but it's a lot. It's enough. Yeah, fat cash, baby. Honestly, might pick up the crowdfunder for shits. We have full crits. I want to make this crowdfunder meme work. It is sustained damage. It is something that shoots directly straight as hit scan, which are two things that, surprisingly, we don't have. Most characters in this game have that, to some extent, but Artificer ain't got anything along those lines. Ouchie poochie. That would probably be a good idea not to run directly into the magma worm. Ouch. Ah, Shrine of the Mountain. Let's go crazy. Let's get a little bit nutty. Detonate all of the jellyfish harmlessly. Oh, there's another Shrine of Blood, which we can exploit for massive money gains. A second one? Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined a second one. Ah! That's hubris. That there? We call that hubris. We call that hubris. I came to such a high, and alas, it was all snatched from me in an instant. And now I am at the lowest low. But if my gameplay and or commentary improved your day, even just that nice little bit, I think that I'm doing a good job. And I would appreciate if you use the avenues YouTube has given you. Those would be the like, comment, and subscribe buttons if you were curious, to tell me that I'm doing a good job. Make sure to give your pets a lot of extra love just for me today, and I will see you next time.